Good win. Obviously not the prettiest win we've ever had in our lives, but I got to think that's the first time in our history that we have held a team to 10 points in the first half. 4 points the first quarter, 6 points second quarter. So I know we talked about at halftime this, Coach, but defensively, a strong effort for us tonight.
Yeah, this is the first game we really worked on our press against an opponent. We worked on a little bit in practice here and there, but personnel-wise, felt like we're at the point where we can try it, and I was really pleased overall with our defense. We varied a little bit, dropping back into 2-3 or a man, but the press overall we're really happy with, and I think it flustered them, obviously. And when we played really good defense, we also rebounded really well, forced some turnovers, and that makes up for that lack of offensive firepower that we saw tonight. But we weren't clicking on all cylinders offensively, but some of that's because of the focus on the defense, and it's acceptable. But and I think we can look at the film and say, hey, we should have gone here, 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 and fix that offense maybe even easier than what we can do with defense. And I'm really pleased with the defensive side of things. So.
Particularly again on the defense, we seem to hold them to the outside a lot more. They didn't get a whole lot of penetration. I know one of your keys to the game was rebounding because of the size margin that they had. They had the height advantage on us, but we seemed to force them, I think, into like 19 threes in the first half, something around there. So was that an emphasis in the game to keep?
Yeah, I wanted to keep the ball in front of us and not let them dribble penetrate. Felt like we could deny the post a little bit. They are taller than us. We're going to give up some inches. But felt like if they do get the ball in the post, we can defend that fine, just stay between them and the basket. We did a really good job of that, and really, really pleased with that for our age of the team. Kylie, freshman, Mandy, second semester, sophomore. I guess first semester sophomore, I guess it would be. And so they're working inside and really learning as they go, and it's on-the-job training, and they're doing a really, really good job. So, again, just really pleased with our defense, whether we were in man or zone. We played more zone tonight probably than we ever have this year, and was pretty pleased overall. A lot of times you don't rebound well in a zone, and we did, and that was a point of emphasis. We talked about that fact, that you sometimes don't have a man to mark up, and so you have to everybody's got to crash and make sure in a zone that you rebound well. I think we were up by 2 at halftime on the rebound battle, and we ended up by 10 or so winning that rebound battle. And you look at the stats, we actually shot a lower percentage than Pensacola. I think they're close to 28%. We're at 26% overall. But we had a few less turnovers. We forced them into some steals with the press, and then we got rebounded by 10. So that defense, the saying, defense wins championships, and I won the game tonight.
We'll go down to Hannah and a little bit of Hannah, PCC is always, everybody gets pumped up for PCC. But playing them a number of times over the last couple of years, coming into this game, players like Kylie who've never played against PCC in terms of the environment. How are you preparing the girls coming through the week through practice and that?
Just to remind them to take care of ourselves and just to focus on what we need to focus on and perform, and just play this game like any other game. Work hard in the game, do the little things right, and the rest will come to us. I didn't really focus a whole lot, like Coach tells us that all the time, on the actual team, but just to focus on working hard during practice so we can perform well in the game.
As Coach said, offensively it wasn't our best night. But
Yeah.
From an offensive perspective, when we were doing well, what were the things that we were doing well?
I feel like the girls were really swinging the ball really well, looking for the open man. Kylie did an awesome job in high post. Whenever we pass it to her, she always catches it, and she'll look or drive, and she does a really good job at that. Mandy does a great job when we pass it to her, doing the moves. I just thought when we did click on offense, it looked really good.
To Kylie, that Hannah kind of took the words out of my mouth. But you really were a spark plug for the team, provided a lot of energy off the bench in this one. Kind of knowing, as I said to Coach, knowing height advantage-wise, you were going to have to work extra hard just because of some of the bigger opponents, that kind of thing. What was your mindset coming off the bench tonight?
Coach just told us they're obviously taller than us, so the only thing we can do is keep our hands up and box out. So that was really key. Mandy and Tiva and I would just got to keep our hands straight, not get the foul, and just box out on them. And so I think that really helped.
Defensively in the post, again, what was kind of the mindset as a team of of that, kind of like preventative defense and how you're able to stay strong against their post plays.
Yeah, well, we were playing a 2-3, so we just had to make sure that when the outside low person went out, that the middle was covering, and then if they dropped down, then we would cover them. So I think we all did a really good job, even though we were shorter than them by far. Just keeping our hands up and being able to get that box out.
Kind of going from this game, we got 2 games next week, 2 tough games next week. What do we got to take from this one into next week's games?
Just keep up the intensity. I think we played really great defense today, especially for probably the first time playing a zone defense most of the time. Just keeping up the intensity, our half court press, just full court press, just working on that, and being able to come back from losses and wins and just be able to really push the court.
Coach, same thing to you as we close, kind of looking ahead into next week's games. What do you take from tonight that's going to help us move forward?
Yeah, 2 definitely good opponents next week will stretch us and challenge us. So, as Kylie said, intensity would be one thing, staying focused on each possession and being in that possession and not worrying about what just happened or what could happen in the future, but making sure we get, if we're on defense, let's get a stop on that defensive possession. Let's make sure we're in position. And with a young team, we're getting better and better at that. That's one of our things of focus right now is our points of emphasis is staying focused, because we get caught up sometimes in the emotion and then forget, oh man, I needed to be over here, whatever the case might be. So being in position, staying focused. Offensively, we'll be looking at just making sure we're running our plays and let the play develop things as opposed to letting defensive pressure dictate to us what we're doing. So, Voorhees and CIU both going to be really good matchups for us and very challenging. And the type of games that you want. You have to play really, really well or you're going to get beat. And, we should have a chance, but, on paper they're probably going to be a better opponent for us. But, that's the games we like. We want to play up, and we're going to do our best.